to make TV to another episode of Trending News this weekend. This coincides with the 62nd Independence Day celebration of Nigeria. Happy Independence Day to Nigeria. God save Nigeria. What do we have on the table today? As usual, the things that trended this week, we're going to be talking about them. Keep watching, don't go anywhere. Thank you for staying tuned to Make TV today. My name is Lovely Carey, your anchor on this program, and I'm glad you were there. If you've not subscribed to this channel and also you like what we do, why not go ahead and give it a subscription, and then also you share with your friends and family. We also like to have your opinion on this opinion table. Just slide there to the comment section and drop your opinion there. Thank you so much. On the table today, I have with me Moses Uba and Jesu Tofumi Ajagun. Welcome both on the show today. All right, quickly we go into what we have today. This has been trending throughout this week since last weekend that the notorious kidnapper John Leon was nabbed in Abuja. He has been involved in kidnapping, high profile kidnapping, so to say, kidnapping a bank manager, and I think of the two banks manager, the one which it demanded a ransom of 60 million, the other 50 million. Yes, Danjuma. And a report has it that he's a member of a kidnapping syndicate. You know, what baffles me about this guy is the sanctimonious way we see him in the church, worshiping. And what do you have to say about the case of this kind of guy? And looking at his Facebook posts, you see him trying to motivate, So what do you have to say? Do we say that? How do we now know people who really do this also? There's a lot of people out there saying they're hustling, they're making money.
You see in this life, I don't know, there's somebody that said something like, he said everybody's a thief. But when you get caught, you become a criminal. So you don't really know who is the next thief behind you. You don't know who is who. It's only when they get caught, he has been a thief. You start hearing stories upon stories about him. So this is just a typical example. You see him in church. He will pray. You think it's his prayer. You think it's this. You think it's that. But not knowing he's having another interior thing he's doing. You get. So now, this is like an advice to everybody. Please, you don't envy. You don't jealous. You don't say, I wish to be like this.
Walk at your own pace.
Because you don't know the story. And even if he has this money legitimately, okay, you don't know the struggle, the sleepless nights, the steps he has taken. You can't, measure his 1,000 steps with your 1.5 you've taken. You understand? So, it's to balance it. But this guy...
Well, he's still in custody right now.
And he's spitting out truth and saying all sorts of things.
Can you imagine? But I just wonder how, when these criminals are arrested, the way they confess baffles me. The heinous acts they are built into. Is it that they see themselves as if they're at the end of the world, they want to die? They just begin to say everything, and it baffles me.
It is, because this is a Nigerian police, and it's lucky that they've not touched him like.
So the way they treat you, just want to spill out everything.
Only when they just let them handcuff you. When they tight the handcuff your wrist, you feel the pain.
The guy
You
flaunts
just ask me-
money
you just ask
anyhow,
me.
because you can see
He was planting
in
dollars,
video
$100.
circulating around the world. Right, this is pathetic. Founder of Booker Holtz commits suicide. Yes, we spoke about it.
Well, according to reports and all that, they said he committed suicide. He has been fighting depression for so long. Yeah, he has been fighting depression, and depression, one thing about depression, it can make you do anything. And he has taken his life. Now, let's look at it this way. Depression. This is to tell us that money is not the solution for everything here, because this man is the owner of Booker Hut, and Booker Hut has many branches. That's number one. And number two, according to his profile, he's a chartered accountant. Not just a chartered accountant, he's a chartered stockbroker.
That means he's rich.
That's to tell you, this man is in
Loaded,
money.
Yes.
And also, he's just in his 40s. So why would a man in his 40s, you just starting, you are just entering another phase of life. What would make somebody like that, you just take his life? You are taking another phase of life entirely. Now, let me say it's time to start, enjoying your labor. But why would yes, because from your 20s down 30s, 40, you've hustled and you've worked and laid things down. So 40s above, you should start, enjoying what you've laid down. So at that point, it's the time depression came, and
So there's something you said that that's as making me to want to ask this question, that money is not everything.
it's not.
Because I've discovered, I may be wrong, but I've discovered that most people who commit suicide are people who are well-to-do. They are okay.
Always
Money
okay.
is not their
Money is
problem.
not the
Because that
problem.
medical doctor there that committed suicide,
Yes.
many people like that. It's not rampant among poor and struggling people. They are used to the struggling life, believing that it will be all right.
That's
So
why.
why is it
The
that?
thing is that when you're at the ground, there's no fear of you falling down.
Okay.
So once you climb up, every fear is there. And when you fall, my dear, so that's just it about the guy. He depression took the best part of him, and that's it now.
All right, let's hear what you've got.
So I feel depression doesn't have respect for
Anybody.
anybody. So it can either be a rich man or a poor man that is being depressed. Now it depends on the situation or what that person is facing. Now this particular man now is not money that is being that's not his problem.
Okay.
There will be an issue that nobody knows about.
And he cannot
He
open
can't
up.
open up out, like he can't say what
People may
is
not
wrong
even
with him.
believe him.
Exactly, because he has everything, obviously,
Oh God.
but he doesn't have that peace, that peace of mind for him to experience depression and then commit suicide. Is very, very sad and heartbreaking. And
I think most people are not trained in how to handle depression.
yes.
Like just
guys,
going up,
people
like you may
are-
not eat for 3 days.
3 days
Life
and you're
goes
still-
on. You still continue the hustle. It go better. It go
better.
better.
That believe and
You,
hope.
you don't have to commit suicide. You
At
don't have
all.
to take your life. There is hope, whatever it is. There is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So, in as much as there is life, there is hope. You don't have to take your life. Do you know that even suicide is a crime? Is
It's a crime.
Taking
against
your life.
the law and
Yes.
against
Yes.
God. You don't have to end it. Your life is not yours. Your life is not yours at all. Right, let's talk about the Lekki schoolboy who was asked fellow students.
A pupil was almost harassed. This particular issue was reported on Twitter. It was the father of the boy that was narrated what happened on Twitter.
The father of the victim.
Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Jairus.
Okay.
So he said on his tweet that his son was almost harassed by another pupil, and this was how it started. They had an election, and the boy participated, and he wanted to be like the sport prefect, but he wasn't nominated. And
Okay.
now the pupil that was now nominated, that was accepted as that sport prefect, was suspended later.
Okay.
And when he was suspended,
They have to.
he was not in school.
Okay.
So the next day, they elected that Mr. Jairus' son as the
To
responsible-
replace
yes,
him.
replace him.
So
So now he was in school doing what he was doing.
No.
Then the next thing, that boy that was suspended just came to school, cornered the boy, and took a metal object,
Hmm.
wanted to hit the boy, that Mr. Jairus' son.
Hmm.
Then in the process, a teacher saw what was happening,
Hmm.
and like when the boy noticed that a teacher was there, and the teacher raised the alarm, the other boy, the boy that wanted to, yes, he
the
ran
attacker.
away. He ran away.
Okay.
Yes. And then when he ran away, they ran after him and they found the object.
Hmm.
So now the issue here is, what is private school turning into? Like back then, private school was what all parents always looked
yes,
up to.
want their children.
I want my child to go there because there's security, there's no issue. It's always public school that had the issue, the problem.
Hmm.
But now a private school in Lekki, Lagos, had that kind of problem. So sad, because most parents are scared to, where if I take my child to a public school, or even if I take him out of this school, if that Mr. Jairus, if you take the son out of that particular school, what's the assurance that
the next one will not do the same?
exactly? So there are bullies everywhere, even in private
See,
schools.
the thing is this: charity begins at home. These things are coming from the home, not actually from the school. Because if what most parents do is that they push all the responsibility to the school, that okay, it's the school that owns the child. No, but it's not it. It starts from home. Go and check that boy now. Check the relationship with him and the parent, the father, or him and the mother. You will see that there are some gaps there.
And also, I feel parents should also caution their children, watch what they watch, because those things too also have effect on them. And also, they should tell their children not to be mean to other children, because it's very important. Aside from that, I'm very sure there are other bullies in that school, and in most schools there are bullies. So parents should speak to their children not to be mean to other children,
I think
and watch what they
They
watch.
this takes us back to the issue of oral money. So that means, are we saying that our private school is no longer safe? That our children are bullies? That's not the only case. Those ones that poisoned the new students that just came in. No, apart from oral money, there are other cases.
But we've not been hearing these cases in a public school.
So
I don't understand.
it's okay. I think the owners of schools should take note of this, and the government should look into the affairs of private schools as regards morals. Okay. Daddy Freeze weds baby mama, and that has been trending since last week. He had a secret wedding with Benedicta Elechi. It was alleged that Benedicta was married to one Paul Odika,
Okay.
and was having affairs with Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze, who is Ifedayo Olorunleke. Daddy Freeze, social media influencer and a pastor. It's alleged that the Benedicta was married to Paul Odika and became pregnant. When he saw that she was pregnant, she was pregnant now. She decided to go back to Daddy Freeze. Then Odika, Paul has sued Daddy Freeze for alleged adultery. He's being involved with his wife while she is still married. Yes, he has been sued, and he is to pay 5 million naira to Paul for that for that allegation. But that the priest has come out to debunk that they've filed for divorce since 2012.
They filed. Did the man signed?
I don't know. I don't know about
So
that.
that's it.
I
If the
don't know
man
about
doesn't,
that.
then the man is good to go with take suing that he fees.
Mhm.
And I don't. Well, I don't want to really go into this because this man is a pastor and does this really preach what God, teaches us? I don't really understand. But I don't want to say much about this. I don't want to.
I think this
He's
is
a
actually trending because a woman is involved in this case. Yeah, she left one husband to the other.
Yeah.
If it had been one man that left, if it had been that one man that left one
But-
woman for the
Yeah,
but
other,
it's
nobody
true.
will.
It's even true. Why would the woman, I don't want
Kim,
to
that's
say
okay.
that.
Let's move to another story that's trending. There's
Okay.
this 20-year-old guy that got married to another young girl and feels that his marriage should be in the Guinness Book of Records for being the youngest to get married. I think he's not the youngest to
He's
get
not.
married.
He's not.
There are
I've seen
others that are
70
younger,
years old.
younger than that.
16, 15 getting
Yeah,
married.
younger than that. Well, good luck to him. Well,
And
do you think that a 20-year-old who gets married is old enough to manage the affairs of his life and his wife?
Hey, we've talked something about this before, but no, I'm not sure. Is that
It's,
already?
well, his parents will guide them
Is the
through.
parent who?
The parents will guide him through, and I'm not sure if he already has a means of livelihood. I hear he's from a royal family anyway.
So definitely will have
Is it the?
that.
So they have
So
enough
it's
provision.
financial-
So the wife, no, Nigerian. So the wife will be our wife.
Our wife.
The wife will be our wife. Okay, then let's move on. Adeleke affirmed by Supreme Court. What happened on Adeleke's case?
So now, Mr. Adeleke had contested for the gubernatorial election, and he was pronounced the winner.
Okay.
Now, the flag bearer of APC,
Mhm.
Yeah?
he wasn't in support of that motion,
Yeah, you
and so
would.
he went to the court. They should look into it,
Okay.
and the court looked into it. For months, they've been on that case.
Okay.
But still, the court ruled that.
I think the
because
case is now
Adeleke-
closed. The case is
The
now
case is now
closed.
closed now.
Yes,
Yes,
it's now
it's
closed.
closed, and it was still
the winner.
the winner.
He's still the winner. Right, when we come back, we talk more on we talk about what is trending now in the foreign news. Thank you for staying tuned. All right, thank you for staying tuned. We are talking about what happened around the world. We just talked about what happened in Nigeria. Now we're going to be talking about Iranian women go hijabless to protest Masha Amini's death. What happened? They decided to. So I think they even got their hair.
They
They
cut
cut
They
their
cut their
hair,
hair.
burnt their hijab.
So these women are
protest.
actually not
Yeah.
afraid anymore.
They are very angry because they lost a fellow woman or fellow lady.
It's not even.
So,
it's not
what
even about.
happened?
It's not even about losing a fellow woman.
Okay.
Now, if you look at, let's say, is it their tradition or their law or how it's being ruled, they're being ruled.
Yeah.
Women don't have any say
Yes.
at all.
Yes.
They are not. They are. I don't know if they are even meant to even go to school. You get so. I don't. There were even in movies. I've seen it. I was like, why would they reduce a woman to this extent? They are just. Are they just okay? Like there are some saying that they are just meant for bed and for the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
That is not it. It's not good. And now it's good. Like these women are standing up for their rights,
Yes. Yes.
and they should continue because these men, they are the men. They are going to come in with force.
Yes.
Like, many will still die, and
Yes.
yes. But they should at least fight for freedom.
Some people have
If
even
not,
died actually. during
okay,
the
you
protest.
see,
Yes.
during the protest,
About
many
8
will
women.
die.
Yeah,
have
6
died.
women have died.
Okay, more will still die. That's the truth.
Mhm.
But
That's the cost of fighting
okay,
for
for freedom,
freedom.
freedom is not free. They used the blood and everything will be there.
Mhm.
So they should.
But you know
Now-
that in Iran, this is about religion.
Yes.
Yes,
You
it's
are
about
not
religion.
to expose your
Your
head.
hair.
You know,
and they are governed by those set rules. But this makes it look dictatorial and
Yes.
if it was better that they still allow them have a say, like even like the way it is now in Nigeria, you understand? Okay, fine, they can cover their hair, but allow them have a say in these kind of things. Let them have freedom and the rest, but they don't really.
What kind of freedom are you saying?
See, how many women are gonna this kind of women you've seen in politics? No.
Mm.
Now, even as well going to school,
Mm-hmm.
they treat them that like what their role is for is bed and kitchen.
Mm.
That's their role. So if they can give them, let them be free.
Mhm.
Though religion says that cover your hair,
Mhm.
that's fine. But at least give them that freedom to explore.
I feel she had gone against the law,
Yes.
but the way they handled
Handle
that
the
situation,
situation.
to
she
say
was brutal. They pulled her hair. Why would you
the
pull a
father
woman's
said so
hair
that she was held by
with
the
all her weight
strand
and
of her hair.
that's
According to
so
her,
sad.
she refused the imams from coming to do prayer
Mhm.
on her
On her dead body.
on her dead body.
Yeah.
According to him, to go with your
Because
Islam.
Islam.
So you see
I
now.
think
Religion-
religion should preach equality
Mhm.
and tolerance. I think the UN has been trying to get involved in this case over time.
Mhm.
Because of this head covering thing, Christian Amapo was
Denied
refused
the
interview.
Yes.
The Iranian
Yes.
president
Iranian
denied
president.
that this is as serious as it can be. But
Mm.
these women are no longer afraid. They have been oppressed for long.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
any woman who tries to speak for justice, to speak for freedom, is
Is being
arrested,
arrested.
and
Oh,
some
and
have died in this
killed,
process. But I hope these women continue to fight for their freedom, and the UN also should not relent in intervening in this kind of case. Hurricane Ian hit the US, and the worst hit part is Florida. And as we speak, scores have lost their lives, and the hurricane now is graduating, according to reports, is graduating towards Georgia and then and then Carolina. Yes, the storm, and according to report, this is the worst hurricane in the history of the US.
Yes, it is because it's coming with force.
Mm.
Like if you've seen the videos and destroying, just
Coming
moving
with its all strength,
With full
destroying
strength.
houses. So I think the rescue team are using helicopter
Helicopters.
to evacuate people from the roof of
And
their
even it's not
houses.
even really safe using
And
the
they
helicopter.
cannot even assure that more souls will not still be lost because the storm is coming with force. Well, we can only pray for peace in the US this period, and that God comforts the heart of those who have lost their loved ones during this period of Hurricane Ian. Thank you for watching, but before we go today, we want to talk about the main things. We want to go over the main things we talked about today. We talk about John Leon, a notorious kidnapper who was snapped over the weekend, is known for flashing and displaying cash on camera and encouraging youth to work hard. We talk about the former founder of Buka Hut, restaurateur who committed suicide. That's quite pathetic. And we mentioned that a Lekki schoolboy attacked a fellow student over the post he was being given in school. We said that the Fritz weds baby mama Benedicta Elechi. Congratulations to them. We talk about a 20-year-old who boasts of getting married at this early age to another young girl. Then we went to the foreign scene and talked about the Iranian women protest, how they've gone hijabless to protest the death of Masha Amni. And then we talk about hurricane that is hitting the US right now, and that is Hurricane Ian, the worst in the history of US. Thank you for staying tuned. If this is what you like, why not click right now on the subscription button? We'd like to hear from you. What do you feel about the show? Thank you so much for being with us. My name is Lovely Moses. Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank
being on
you.
the show. And just to do for me, thank you for being here. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria. Can
Yeah.
we together say Happy Independence Day, Nigeria? Long live Nigeria. Thank you.